Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to Yahweh and His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai. Yahweh is the name of the one true God, and Yahweh Shai is the name of His only begotten Son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus. And I want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. And I want to send salutations to all the Akim throughout the four corners of the earth, exalting the name of Yahweh and His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai, in truth and in sincerity. All right, so this lesson is going to be about how you need teachers and people to teach you the way to be, because we have the prophets of old, and the prophets of old are back again, reincarnated and on walking the earth and doing the same thing that they were doing in the ancient days, in the days of the past, which was prophesy, all right, and serve the Lord. So those same men, like Paul, Ezekiel, Jeremiah, they're all back again. All right. Even Ezra said that in that day who will deliver me, in that day. Basically, like in the day of the Lord, in the Lord's return. So, those men back then are here again, and they will be teaching, and you will be learning from them. All right. So those men could be elders. It could be young men in the truth. Either way, they're back again, and they're teaching. All right. So in this truth, you will be having teachers, because there was a doctrine going around a couple years ago about how you don't need teachers. But yet the same dudes that are teaching you that you don't need teachers are teaching you that you don't need teachers. That's how bugged out that is. You know what I mean? Like they were trying to tell people you don't need teachers, but yet they're teaching. Makes no sense. It was just dumb as hell. But in this truth, man, you're gonna need teachers and people that you follow. But ultimately, you are a follower of Yahweh and His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai. That's who you have faith in. The Bible says, "Put no trust in men. Don't put your faith in men." Yeah, when they're trying to teach you their philosophy, and it's not according to the scripture, and they're teaching you to be wicked, to go off. If somebody teaches you that it's okay to break the law, even it tells you that in Matthew's the 5th chapter. Yahweh Shai said, any man that teach any of these least commandments, teach you to break any of these least commandments, there will be, matter of fact, let's get it. Let's get it. Because, say anybody that's teaching you that you gotta break the law, that's wicked. This is Matthew's 5:17. It says, "Think not that I have come to destroy the law or the prophets. I have not come to destroy, but to fulfill. For verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, one jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law, till all be fulfilled. Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments, and shall teach men so, he shall be called least in the kingdom of heaven. But whosoever shall do and teach them, the same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven." All right. So it says teach, right? You see how Yahushua said teach? All right. So there's going to be people that are going to teach you the law, put you back in remembrance of who you are. All right. That's the scriptures, man. So you can't teach, if there's a man out there teaching you to break the law, then he's wicked, because truthfully, that's what this whole thing is really about: keeping the law, statutes, commandments, and repenting, and doing right by your brother. All right, and then doing right by Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. That's what this thing is mainly about. Is to put your people back in remembrance. Ultimately, the elect, all right, because they're the ones who are truly going to listen and endure to the end, all right, at the end of the day, all right. They're the ones who are going to, who are chosen, who are of the elect, 144,000, the ones that are going to be saved, and also the ones who the Lord have mercy upon, who repent, who are Israelites, all right. So I'm going to jump into these scriptures, man, and show you how you're going to need teachers, right? Because you're going to have to be put in remembrance by somebody, all right? That's just the way the Lord wanted it. The Lord always sent his seers, and seers, when you look up the definition of a seer, is just a prophet, all right? Right before destruction is about to come to a place, he always will send his seers, his prophets, to prophesy the ending of it, so that those who repent can get mercy, and those who don't get destroyed with it. All right, this is Acts 8:16. This is for as yet he was fallen upon none of them. Oh no. Let me see. I want to start at yeah. All right. Let me start at 16. It says, for as yet he was fallen upon none of them, only they were baptized in the name of Yahweh Shai HaMashiach. Then lay ye their hands on them, and they received the Holy Ghost. And when Simon saw that through laying on of the apostles' hands the Holy Ghost was given, he offered them money. All right, so it was laying in the hands of the elders. All right, and then you receive the Holy Ghost. All right, so basically, it came through wisdom. Really, that's the way wisdom comes to you, when you speak it. All right, by laying on the hands of the elders. All right, because back then, the disciples, the ones that were following the Lord, they had spiritual power. They could understand different languages and things of that nature. All right, they can understand different people who were coming from different nations all over the place. All right, because they were coming to keep the Passover. So each one may come with this language and another language and another language, but the Lord put the Spirit on them to understand each other. All right. So back then they had like these little spiritual powers to be able to do that. But now, by the laying on the hands of the elders, it's like you go to them for wisdom, understanding, knowledge, and understanding, because they have had experience, and they have been through the rough parts of this faith, and they have read and they have studied and they have gained knowledge to the point where they can teach you the right path to be upon, and through your through your experience, you gain a certain level, and then you give it to another brother, and then you give it to another brother, and you continue that. All right, this is 1 Timothy 4:14. It says, neglect not the gift that is in thee, which was given thee by the prophecy with the laying of the hands of the presbytery. All right, you look up that word, in Greek, it says presbyterion. It says the body of elders, presbytery, Senate, council. All right, Jewish elders. All right, so these men were teachers. All right, so it's the body of elders, elderly men. All right, even when Moses was putting because there was so much madness going on with Moses, he had to put everybody in order, and he started with the elders, man. All right, so because you start with the wise. All right, you start with the wisdom, where the wisdom is at. All right, so it's the elders all right, that prophesy, give the wisdom, and then you take it, and then however long you be in this truth, you become an elder, and then you give it to someone else. All right, so you have teachers, man, people who teach you certain things. All right, so let's go into the Apocrypha, and let's get Sirach 8:8. All right, it says Sirach 8:8, Ecclesiasticus 8:8. It says, "Despise not the discourse of the wise, but acquaint yourself with their proverbs. For of them thou shalt learn instruction in how to serve great men with ease." All right, so you're gonna serve great men with ease. All right, so you're gonna learn from great men, and you're gonna serve great men. All right, let's get a precept to that. This is Sirach 10:24. It says, "Great men and judges and potentates, all right, which are like monarchs, men or men who are great men who have rulership." It says, "Shall be honored, yet is there none of them greater than he that feareth the Lord." So there's going to be great men who are going to fear the Lord, all right, who are going to keep the law, statutes, commandments, and keep you on the right path, all right. So there's going to be men like that, all right. There's going to be great men out there like that, all right. So let's continue in this Ecclesiasticus 8:8. It says, "Despise not the discourse of the wise, but acquaint thyself with their proverbs. For of them thou shalt learn instruction in how to serve great men with ease. Miss not the discourse of the elders, for they also learn of their fathers." So they had teachers, man. They had teachers themselves, man, to teach them the way to continue on the right path, man. It says, "And of them thou shalt learn understanding, and to give answer as need acquireth." And the scriptures tell you, be ready to give an answer. So these men are going to teach you how to answer people, how to answer questions, how to conduct yourselves like men. Even King David on his deathbed, he talked to King Solomon, and he told you, make yourself like men. All right. This is like, be a man. Like, make yourself be a man. Like, and follow the law, statutes, commandments. I had that saved around here. Let me see if I still got it. Oh, hold on. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, this is King David, and he's on his deathbed. And this is what he said to King Solomon. This is 1 Kings 2:3. It says, "And keep the charge of Yahweh thy power, to walk in all his ways, and to keep his statutes and his commandments, and his judgments and his testimonies, as it is written in the law of Moses, that thou mayest prosper in all thy doings, and whatsoever thou turnest thyself." All right. So he told basically Solomon to keep the law, statutes, commandments, and be a man. That's how you be a man. To keep the law, statutes, and commandments. That's how you become a man. That's how you be a man. Right? And you're going to serve great men who are going to teach you that way. But men who aren't great are going to teach you that, the RFID chip is not the mark of the beast. Or that the name of the Lord does not matter. You can call him whatever you want. We're not going to make it a doctrine that Yahweh and Yahweh Shai are the names of the Lord. You can call them what you want. All right? The men that tell you to break the law, that's off, man. And the Lord's going to destroy them. This is Proverbs 5:12. It says, For when for the time ye ought to be teachers, ye have need that one teach you again, which be the first principles of the oracles of God, and are become as have need of milk and not of strong meat. All right, because when you get that strong meat, it's because you have grown into a point where you can eat that meat. A baby can't do that. A baby can't eat a steak. They need milk. So in the beginning, you're learning the basics, and then you get to the point where you get to the strong meat, where you can handle more responsibility in the scriptures. It says, "For everyone that uses milk is unskillful in the word of righteousness, for he is a babe. But strong meat belongeth to them that are of full age, even those who, by reason of use, have their senses exercised to discern both good and evil." All right, so it takes experience for this, man. It takes experience. The elders, all right, you have to filter it through the scriptures and the spirit. All right, so you're gonna have elders and teachers, men that are before you to teach you the right path. All right, and then you take that wisdom and you continue on that right path, and you can teach others, man. All right. So with that, I want to give all praises to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom.